Hi guys, welcome back to Double Your Dutch. This is lesson 4 of our YouTube video series about learning Dutch. Okay, hopefully you checked out the other 3 first. Okay, we're going to talk about pronouns this time. We only want the pros, no amateur nouns allowed. And in particular, we're going to talk about personal pronouns, persoonlijke voornaamwoorden. Use that word to practice your pronunciation, but don't try to remember it because it's not really necessary. All right, let's get started. So, ik is I, right? Ik, well, pretty straightforward, can't really go wrong. Ik. You is jij or je. So, jij is really the form that is most often used if you see a verb conjugation, a table somewhere, they always use jij. It's only an active form of the word. And when you try to emphasize, you say something like, did you do that? Then you would always use jij. But if you don't emphasize the you, so you say, did you do that? So the emphasis is on the did and not the you. Then you can use je as well. And je also has different roles it can play. But in this case, if it's not emphasized, you can use je. Okay. So if we look at he, she, and it, we find hij, zij, and het. And zij can also be used as ze. Again, if it's emphasized, use the lange ei, long ei. If not, you can also use ze. Okay? And then there's u, which is the polite or formal form of you. Just like you have usted in Spanish and vous in French, etc. We is wij when it's emphasized. It can also be the. So it's written exactly the same as we, but it's pronounced the. When it's not emphasized, you can simply say we instead of wij. Okay? You plural is jullie. Jullie. That word always never changes and always remains the same. Jullie. They is zij. Zij is both she and also they, depending. You will find out which one depending on the rest of the sentence and the verb conjugation. But zij has 2 meanings. Okay. These are the active forms of the personal pronouns. We're also going to look at the passive forms. So you will find these in, for example, if you say, are you talking to me? Are those for me? Did you see me? Well, me, obviously, is the passive form. And in Dutch, it's mij when it's emphasized or me when it's not emphasized. With you, it's jou when it's emphasized and je when it's not emphasized. So je can be used both active and passive, but only when it's not really emphasizing the you. Now, him, her, it are hem, haar, and het. Haar also actually means hair in Dutch. So if you say her hair, you would say haar, haar. Yes, 2 of the same words after each other. So hem, haar, het. Okay? Us is ons. Okay? You plural is jullie. Again, so both active, passive, jullie is the same, doesn't change. Them is hen. Not to be confused with hun, which is the possessive form. Hen is them. Speaking of the possessive form, the possessive personal pronouns or bezittelijke persoonlijke voornaamwoorden. Again, practice your pronunciation by pronouncing this, but don't try to remember it. It's not really necessary. So we have my car, my computer, my house. You get the picture. This is the active possessive form. My is mijn. Your is jou. Now, see that the possessive means that a W is added to the normal jou that we've seen already. If you look at the polite or formal form of your, it's u. Now, the normal version of the polite formal version is u, just the u. And now again, with the possessive, you add the W, right? So both with the formal and informal, you get the addition of this W here. Now, his or her is zijn and haar. Zijn is also the verb to be, but it's also his. And haar is the same as in the non-possessive passive form. Okay, so our is onze, onze. Your plural is jullie. Again, jullie remains the same. And their is hun. So them is hen, and there is hun. Even native Dutch speakers get these two mixed up all the time, by the way. So don't feel bad if you do. Okay, so that's the possessive form. We can also look at the passive possessive personal pronouns. So then you're talking about not my car, but that car is mine. That house is mine, right? At the end of the sentence, it's passive. So mine would be van mij. Van mij. Yours would be van jou. Van just means of. So of me. Van jou, of you. Pretty straightforward. His, hers, van hem, van haar. Yours, formal version, van u. Ours, van ons. Yours, plural, van jullie, never changes. And theirs is van hen. So basically you just have the same passive forms of all these personal pronouns, except you put van in front of it. But that's all you need to do to get, mine, yours, theirs, etc. So you don't have all these different versions, really. Once you know the passive forms, you know them also possessively. Okay, that's basically what I've got here. I just wanted to show you these pronouns before we really get into like building sentences and conjugating verbs. This is lesson 4. Lesson 5 is coming up soon enough. Check the channel, subscribe, like and share if you don't mind. Comment. Let me know why you're learning Dutch, what your problems are. If you have questions, just put it down there. And yeah, okay. Stay tuned for the rest of the lessons here on the Double Your Dutch channel. Also, you can go to doubleyourdutch.com if you want free lessons in your inbox. These are not English language lessons where I'm explaining stuff. Instead, these are native speaker conversations, dialogues that you can use to further your learning. And we also offer a full Dutch for Beginner course with 130 of such lessons, but you will receive 5 of them in your email inbox when you sign up, and it's free. All you have to do is just sign up with your email, doubleyourdutch.com. Anyway, that's it for now. Until next time, goodbye.